might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes I get.
We've lost the Revlon lash glue. We've not lost it. We've found it. I don't want to lose that smut. Pardon me. Oh no. Top tip: clean your beauty blender with baby shampoo. Hello and thank you for clicking on this video. This today will be a sort of chatty, step-by-step, get ready with me makeup tutorial. This is one of the first ones I've done where I'm speaking and sat in front of the camera talking. I would usually film them and do like a voiceover, so please bear with me. I might forget to start talking sometimes. My mouth might be open whilst I'm concentrating, but I'm working on it. So this is the finished makeup look, and it is just a pink and gold makeup look with some really glowy skin, a little bit bronzer, and a really lovely nude lip. So if you would like to see how I did this makeup look right here, and you would like to hear me waffle on for a little bit, just keep watching, basically. Usually I would use the P. Louise base to put a base down for my eyes. I have lost it. I don't know what I've done with it. And, oh, I need to pop my headband in. Just to keep my hair off my face. There we go. I'm using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer to set a base down for my eyes. But before I do that, whilst I am doing my eyes, I'm gonna put some hydrating mist onto my skin. Love this one. So this is the Garnier Rose Soothing Glow Mist. And now I'm gonna prep my eyes. So I'm just going to put some concealer on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush and I'm just going to start putting that all over the eye area, like so. Usually I will film a tutorial and then I will do a voiceover afterwards, but I really wanted to make some of my videos a little bit more personal. I think the vlogs will really help with that, but it's really nice to be able to just sit down and do a video where I can just sort of speak about whatever I want whilst I'm doing my makeup. So, for eyeshadow palettes, if you're using colour, you've got to use a Mitchell palette. So this is the Me, Myself and Mitchell, and this is his collaboration with Beauty Bay. I'm going to start by doing I think I'm going to do a little bit of a pulled out eye look. So I'm going to start by concentrating shadows into the outer corners with this brush. This is the Morphe M456 brush. Okay, very close and personal, but we're working with it. So I'm going to take the shade Mini from the Me, Myself and Mitchell palette. Oh, and I'm just going to tap off some of the excess just to prevent fallout. Even though we are doing our eyes first, this is one of the reasons why I do eyes first, to prevent any fallout when doing things like colour. So the only problem is, you see this concealer is starting to crease. If I use the P. Louise base, this wouldn't be creasing right now, but it's fine. Like I said, we're going to make it work. We're not going to dwell on what we don't have. So I'm just concentrating that to the outer section of my eye, and I think for this look I'm going to want to create a little bit more of sort of bringing the colour to a point. This will help accentuate your eyes. So again, I'm just concentrating this on to the outer section like that. I don't want to bring it too far out because I'm going to go over and blend with a different colour, so I don't want it pulling out too much. So as you can see there, we're starting to create the shape of the eye that we want, and I'm just going to bring that not all the way in, probably about 3/4 of the way. And as you can see, it's really starting to take shape on my eye now. And then I'm going to go in and do the other eye. So this brush is honestly incredible for packing on colour. It's so small, so it can really get into the crease area, and you can help you concentrate colour in a specific area. So now, to blend that out a little bit, we're going to take Muse and a little bit of Man-Made and just concentrate this to the outer area of where we just placed that colour down. So this brush is the Zoeva 227 Lux Define, is it Lux Definer? Lux Soft Definer. And we're just concentrating that, like I said, to the outer bit of that colour we just put down. So we are just wanting to create a little bit of a nice blend for that colour to go out into. And if you find that you've taken too much product, just take a clean brush and you can help blend. I want to add a little bit more colour back into it. You will lose it sometimes when you are blending, but it's really easy to just go back in and add that colour back in again. So I'm just taking Mini once again and putting it in the same area where we put the last one. Now that we have that colour down, we need to decide if we're going to add the gold pigment. I think so. I think it'll look really nice. Pink and gold. It's going to do it. Yeah. So, just drop something. Just patting that to the outer edge of the eye, just as a bit of a guide for where I would like my gold pigment to go. I'm going to go back again with the Milani Perfect and Conceal. Once we have all of the concealer down, which I am pretty happy with, I think. Yeah, so this is about where the pigment's going to sit. This is the Peaches Makeup Gatsby pigment. I always use, this is a brush that I got with the Urban Decay Naked palette, and it's amazing, honestly. For packing colour and shimmers on, this brush is just incredible. But what we're going to do is, we're going to wet the brush ever so slightly with that hydrating spray that we used before. And then we're going to go and we're just going to pack this gold on right over that concealer that we've just put down. And do this in tapping motions, don't drag or swipe. Do this a little bit at a time in tapping motions. So for the time being, just stop with the pigment where you would think you would like it to end. I'm really happy I did the gold. Okay, and again, just tapping out to the edge. And then, to get that blend, this is exactly how I blend. Probably not revolutionary, I imagine, but it really does work for me. So, you will either take the colour that you've been using or something slightly lighter. So I'm just going to take Mini to start off, and what you're going to do is, you're going to just start tapping ever so lightly over where the pigment meets the shadow. So just like this, you can see I'm slightly going back over that pigment with the colour, and what this is going to do is it's going to start, as you can see, making a little bit of a gradient effect, which is the blend that we want. So it just makes the two of them blend really seamlessly in together. I'll show you again on this eye. So you're going to start with your tapping, and I'm honestly pressing so light on this. So we're just going to start building that blend of the pigment and the shadow together using that same Morphe brush that I put the colour on with, and now we've got a really beautiful blend. So I'm really happy with that. For liner, I am going to use the only thing that I use for eyeliner, and that is this little pot of gold right here. It is the Maybelline gel liner in 01 Black. Amazing. And I use it with its partner in crime, my Zoeva, hold on, Typical. The number is rubbed off. It's the liner brush. Yeah, the number's rubbed off, so I'll have to pop it in. That's how well loved it is. I'll have to pop it in the description box below. Absolutely amazing. The nib on this brush is honestly incredible. I love it so much. So what we're going to do is just start again, and this again with liner. You don't want to be dragging and swiping because that's where you're going to make mistakes. So I just use really tiny sort of, it's just like a packing on motion really. Really tiny, teeny little swipes. So you're just going to look again, and obviously just keep looking forward and checking that it's looking okay. Don't know whether you would have seen this on one of my other videos, but I have started filming a weight loss vlog. So I was thinking about doing this for a while, and then I just thought, you know, it's probably going to help me. It might help other people, and I feel like I just need to do it. I've been basically, I'm not going to go into it too much because I am going to do a separate video, but I basically have got a goal and I would like to lose some fat. So I say that because I've really been trying not to focus too much on weight. So by me saying I'd really like to lose some weight isn't sort of in line with my goal. So I know it seems really tedious, but that's what I am trying to do. I'm trying to change my outlook on the way that I view sort of weight and weight loss and stuff like that. So just before I apply lashes, I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of fallout that we've got off that pigment. I have been very kindly sent some lashes, and these were sent to me by falseeyelashes.co.uk. They are on Instagram as @wheeloflashes, and they've sent me a few pairs of lashes to try out. And I think for this look, I really do have to go with the Doll Beauty lashes. So these are the Ariana ones. These are really full, really dramatic, really fluffy lashes. These are the Ariana lashes, and these are what I'm going to be using today. Like I said, they are really fluffy, really full, and but not too much. You know how some lashes can be really thick and sort of look a bit ridiculous on your eyes. These ones are not going to. So as you can see, really fluffy, really nice lash. And again, this is the Ariana lash. Actually, everything that I would look for in a lash. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop these on. These do not have glue on, just so I can measure how much I need to trim these lashes. I generally always have to trim lashes at least, you know, a little bit. So I'm going to be using those lashes with this Revlon lash glue. So this is the Precision Dark lash glue, and this again is from falseeyelashes.co.uk. So basically, I've used falseeyelashes.co.uk for years now because of a couple of reasons. For any of my bridal makeup, I usually, for any of my bridal makeup, I'll usually use the Ardell Demi Wispies. The fact that they have my name on, then they're not named after me, but they're named after me, is just a bonus really, because they're honestly my favourite lash for bridal makeup ever. So they sell the multi-packs of the Ardell Demi Wispies on there, and I used to get them off Amazon until I got a fake packet of them. I just knew, I'd been using them for years, so I knew that they weren't real when I got them, and I just felt like I couldn't trust ordering off there anymore, and I was gutted. Not a lot of places stock the Demi Wispies except for falseeyelashes.co.uk, and they also do free shipping over £15 in the UK, so you're not paying for shipping once you're ordering, and they would always come really fast, really well packaged. And yeah, so I was really excited when they offered to send me some lashes to use in a video. What I'm going to do is I am going to insert on the screen somewhere and put it in the description box as a little discount code. You're not going to pay any more for using this discount code. I don't get anything from the sale of any of these using the discount code. This is literally just to give you to use, basically, so feel free to use at your leisure, and like I said, you won't be charged anymore. So have a look on there. They've got absolutely tons and tons of lashes. I'm just going to trim. I know I said I was going to do this before and I've just waffled on, but I'm going to trim these lashes a little bit to fit my eye. When you're trimming lashes, you want to trim from the outer edge, because you usually get a wispy section in the inner corner, and you don't really want to cut that off and lose that bit, so you need to be trimming from the outer edge. We've lost the Revlon lash glue. We've not lost it, we've found it, and we're just going to take that, and it comes just on a little brush, sort of similar to like an eyeliner brush. And obviously this is a dark glue, so you really want to be careful when you are popping these onto your eyelashes, and you want to be careful when you are applying them to your eye. You need to be really precise with this. I usually use the Duo lash glue, so using this one is going to be really fun. I always use tweezers when applying lashes. I find that they're much easier to keep a hold of and to position as well. I'm just going to look into this mirror here, and I'm just going to sort of look down, and then I'm just going to pop this lash on where I want it. Have a little play around with where you want these to sit. I'm going to press in this inner corner here, close up. So that one is on now, and I like the way that that one is looking. So again, just cutting about the same off of this eye, and trying that on there again. Okay. We're going to get into skincare, and I'm going to go in and do some bottom liner and my bottom shadow later on. So if you watched my Come Shopping With Me in TK Maxx and Superdrug, you will have seen that I got a Becca Cosmetics skin starter kit, and I was really excited to use it. So I'm just going to use the products out of that because I'm still trialing them. I have to say, these complexion drops I'm not too sure on. I don't really notice the difference when I use them. However, the blurring primer and the spray, love those, love them. You have to use a lot of the product to get it, so I don't know whether I would purchase this product on its own, although the smell, oh my god, it's amazing. It smells incredible. I'm just putting that on there, and then I'm going to go over with the Becca Cosmetics blurring primer, brighten and blur primer. So I'm going to concentrate that. I'm just going to put that onto my finger. I'm going to rub it in like this, and then just concentrate that to the nose area and the T-zone, and then just bringing that out into the face. So anywhere that I'm likely to have more pores, I'm going to pop this to help blur those out a little bit. So we pop that blurring primer on. And then the third thing we won't be using yet, but this is the Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist, and we're going to be using that at the end. We've already used a hydrating spray on the skin. I don't feel like I need to use moisturiser. I don't feel like I need to use moisturiser now because I've used those products, but I am going to use a little bit of NYX Liquid Illuminator, and just honestly a tiny bit, and I'm just going to apply that again in my fingers to the bits of my face that I would like to brighten. Ooh. I really need to learn to tidy up as I go along when I do these, because I get to the end and a mess. I might even insert a little clip here. This is the kind of carnage that goes on after filming that is at the end of one of my makeup tutorials. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This shade is, it's 128. I'm thinking it should be fine. I have a little bit of a tan from a holiday, so I'm going to use this. If you're wondering why you can have a square bottle, I don't know whether they sell this one in the UK in this bottle, but I got this from America. So I usually have it in the, it's like a squirty bottle. It's exactly the same, but I just picked up these ones whilst I was on holiday. So it's a little bit too light, I would say. So I'm just going to mix that then on the back of my hand with the 128, and I have the 220. So this is the packaging I was talking about. This is what you'll probably see on the shelf if you go to Boots or Superdrug. So I'm just going to mix the two together on the back of my hand. Go in with that. Still not quite right, but the beautiful thing about this is I will be bronzing up and doing some cream contouring, and I am just going to use my beauty blender. I don't use beauty blenders that much on clients, to be fair. I will generally use like a brush, a stippling brush, and I'll press the product in. Sometimes I do if I'm feeling it, but obviously in terms of hygiene, hashtag coronavirus, stop it, then it's obviously going to be a little bit better for cleaning brushes, because you don't know how much of the product is actually staying in a beauty blender. I do clean mine obviously with alcohol, and I do a deep clean with the baby shampoo with baby shampoo. That is top tip, clean your beauty blender with baby shampoo. Done. Next we're going to go on to concealer. I'm going to use the Milani concealer again that I used for my eye base, and this is in shade 125. However, this is extremely full coverage and a bit dry. So I'm going to mix that with a light peach concealer from e.l.f. This is the, I think it's the Concealing Camouflage. Yeah, a hydrating camo concealer. So this one is light peach, and I'm mixing that with light natural. And also the peach tone that's going to be in the e.l.f. concealer is really going to help with brightening up the under eye and hiding any dark circles, which I have, which most of us have, so don't feel bad about it. So I'm just going to dot this on over the top like that. We are going to start blending that out with the brush, the Real Techniques concealer brush that I use to put my eye base down. If you do find that once you start blending out you have popped a little bit too much onto your face, just go like that, tap it onto your hand, and you get rid of some of the excess. What we're going to use is the Huda Beauty baking powder. This is in the shade Pound Cake. Again, obsessed with this powder, love it so much. And I'm just going to tap a little bit into the lid like this, and I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to pop some on there like that. Tap a little bit of excess, we don't want too much falling off. Whilst we're baking, I'm going to go in and do my cream contouring, and to do so I will be using, where are you hiding? To do so, I will be using a L'Oreal Infallible foundation stick, and this is in the colour 210. So I don't take the stick directly to my head on this one. I will pop it on as a way of a brush, and this is the 122 Petite Stippling brush. So we're just going to use this to warm up the face, and as I mentioned earlier, this is going to just tan your face a little bit if you are using a bit more of a paler foundation. So that is baking. I am going to do my under eyes. I'm just going to take Mini and put it on this really small, hopefully I'll be able to focus on this brush. So it's a really small detail brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to take this and use this to pop my under eye shadow on. So I know I was joking earlier about hashtag coronavirus, but it is actually a little bit scary. So I know everyone's sick of hearing it, and there's so many different opinions on it, and I'm certainly not gonna sit here and go into it too much, but I do think that people should just be taking care of themselves and other people around them, obviously especially the elderly and those that are already sick. So again, I'm not gonna just go into it too much, but I just think we do need to take precautions, and it is real, and whether or not the actual symptoms you know, they're bad, like I said before, it applies a lot more to the elderly or those that are sick, and we should just be taking extra care of them. It is pretty scary, really, some of the things that you hear. And just one more last thing on it is just don't believe everything that you read, whether it's in the media, on Facebook, or even everything that you hear. Just keep that in mind when you are thinking about this stuff, and I don't think that people should get too worked up and go out buying as much bog roll as they can. So that's enough of that. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I am going to be starting my weight loss vlogs soon, and I will be posting them weekly. I wasn't going to do, I'm just going to wipe this and then carry on speaking. I was really unsure for ages whether I should do them or not, and then I was just like, do you know what, I'm just going to do them. It's going to help. It'll help keep me on track. It might help other people, and it has to be pretty much my main priority at the minute because it is something that I've been struggling with for a while. So just keep an eye out for those, and I'm just going to do my best with it. I've never vlogged regularly before. I am using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. This is my favourite all-time bronzer, and I'm just bronzing up my face with this. So now I'm just going to use blush. And this is a blush palette. I think this was from BH Cosmetics. The front has rubbed off this. This is a personal palette. I have had this for years. And I'm just applying this with a Model Zone fluffy brush like this one. So I'm just going to add a bit more pink into that because it's come on quite corally. I am going to do my brows. It's in the e.l.f. brow kit, and this is in shade Dark. So this is my favourite. It's not dried out. It costs hardly anything. I love the colour that it puts onto my brows. It's honestly perfect for my colour. And I just tend to, I don't feel like I need too much on my brows, so I'm just gonna fill them in like this just to make them appear a little bit more fluffy. Don't feel like they need too much filling in. I don't like really harsh brows, so this is perfect technique for me. And for highlighter, I'm going to be using Doll Beauty Shine Bright highlighter, which is this one, and I'm using that on a Peaches Makeup P17. That same double-ended brush that I got in my Urban Decay Naked palette, and I'm just going to highlight the brow bone like so. I mentioned this product earlier. I'm going to use the Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist to set this. And we're going to drop the lid in the process. Honestly, it's so clumsy. And then we're just going to waft that because obviously it makes it dry faster. And then for lips, I always do a peachy nude. Why change something that isn't broke? I'm going to do a peachy nude. This is Snip and Fab liquid lipstick in Biscuit, and I'm just going to pop this on my lips. So you could totally use this on its own, but I'm going to go over it with the Sosu by Suzanne Jackson Bear It lipstick. Which is going to give it that more of a peachy look. And finally, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Lip Gloss. So this is the finished look.
I might be broken down, but I'm smiling. I keep my head up high, though I fail. Sometimes Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around and let it go. I see you watching me from a distance.
So any of the products that I have used, I have or should have mentioned. However, I will be putting them in the description box below, along with the discount code to use on falseeyelashes.co.uk. If you do buy some lashes for them, make sure you tag them on Instagram at Wheel of Lashes, hashtag Wheel of Lashes, and they will be able to pick up your photos. So again, I love the way that this worked out. Also, Doll Beauty highlight, amazing. So thank you very much for clicking on this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope that you come back and you will watch some more videos. So if you would like to see some more, please subscribe. I am in the process of trying to build up my YouTube channel, so every subscribe helps. And please just like, comment wherever you can, and it will be returned. If you do have a YouTube channel, comment it down below and I will subscribe back. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
I thought I failed. Sometimes I get a bit emotional, but then I turn around and